Ladies and gentlemen, more or less gentlemen, but nonetheless, we have officially won. We won. And I told you guys on the original video that I made that there's a proven track record that when we bind together and rage against the machine, they cave in and we win. Just like they did with the Fix Madden franchise movement, just like the equipment movement. All we had to do was bind together and eventually they would cave in. And remember, day one, after this first became a scene, after Bordeaux broke the scene with his video and it caused all this attention, then all the other creators decided they wanted to start creating videos as well. EA stood firm, 10 toes down, and said that they weren't making any changes. So then we made even more noise. We caused even more of a scene. And then they decided, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and implement the fastest setting back into the game. But that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. We wanted more. We wanted those microtransactions out of the offline modes that should have never been there to begin with. So we caused even more of a stir. Rightfully so. And guess what? Here we are now, a statement from EA. First thing in the morning, microtransactions will be removed from Dynasty and Road to Glory. Round of applause for the entire community. This is what happens when we come together and let the big corporation know we're not gonna stand for this. And in my most recent video, remember I posted 2 videos about this, but my most recent video was about how they were putting the fastest setting back into the game, but that is not enough because we need to make sure that these microtransactions get removed from the game, because if we allow them to get away with this now, they will only further saturate the game with microtransactions in future games, and we need to prevent that. And that is exactly what we did as an entire community. EA put out their statement today talking about how they were going to go ahead and remove microtransactions first thing in the morning, and you could tell they were somewhat salty about it because they kind of had something slick to say in there with a little jab about, you know, due to the uproar of all of this and them having to remove that, anybody with a remaining balance in there, they would lose that. So it's in your best interest to use it between now and then. Okay, whatever. We don't feel sorry. That should have never been there to begin with. So, I mean, it is what it is. You guys know, for future reference, don't be sneaky, don't be slick. Like I said from the beginning, it would have been different if they'd at least told the creators so they could get word around to the community. That's one thing. Or it would have been different if they implemented that but still had the other sliders in the game. That would have been different. Still would have been an issue. We still would have had a problem with microtransactions, but that still wouldn't have been as bad as not letting your creators know, and then not only putting the microtransaction feature in there, but taking out a slider that you would typically use, or some would typically use out there, forcing them to resort to the microtransaction. So no, I don't feel sorry. I'm pretty sure a majority of the community doesn't feel sorry. There are a few EA apologists out there. I've seen a few in my comment section. It is what it is. As long as the overall community gets to take home this victory, that's all that matters. I'm not gonna rant on any more about this video. I'm just gonna say I'm proud of the entire community for standing up, and this is how we should be going forward. Anytime it looks like there's going to be some slick nonsense going on, whether it be EA, 2K, whatever, we need to do the same thing we did in this instance with every other instance. As always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more sports gaming content, whether it be college football, Madden, MLB The Show, NBA 2K, you name it, we'll have it here. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time. Peace.